Be sure to like us, comment, and crap and crap. We're gonna call her done, like the Christmas goose. Oh well. I don't know how much, if actually any, of this you're going to be able to see, because that is a deep dark hole, my friend. I'm going to see if I can pull this bearing bushing out, this melted bearing bushing. Alright, here we go. Smells like rubber. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is just a super light sanding to get the dark stuff off the shiny thing. So while we're waiting for parts, I decided the thing to do would be to clean all these threads and put some just some machine oil on them. And now is my short commentary on unboxing videos. If you're getting a box and you don't know what it is, yeah, I kind of like that. If you're getting a box and you know what's in it, I ordered a bunch of bearings the other day and I got a package today. I wonder what's in it. I'm pretty sure it's bearings, you dummy. Bearings. Alright, let's see if we can do this. The big deal apparently is not to tear this seal up. Oh my gosh, sweet. Notice how there is not a lot of grease in there. Let's see if we can't get Is this necessary to repack your bearings? I don't have any idea. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a machinist. I wish I was. One or the other or both. I'm just a poor schmuck with a video camera and a bunch of broken gear. Alright, we're going to let that dry. And while we're letting that dry, I'm going to show you something I learned. Yeah, we're going to learn today, kids. So this is the bearing that was actually cooperative. This is what came off the radial arm saw. And you'll notice on the outside, well, first of all, it's dirty. And I hate dirty stuff. I don't exactly have the cleanest, most organized shop, but man, I hate dirty stuff. So anyways, you have two surfaces that you have to work with. You have an inner bearing surface, which I believe is called a race. Then you have the outer bearing surface. Now in between there, you have a seal. There's one on each side. And then in between those two seals are the actual the ball bearings. So I'm going to kind of show you, although this is somewhat mangled. Here is the outer race, or the outer ring. This is the one that I ended up having to cut off because it was just super duper seized and wouldn't come off. So see, there's the seal. There's the outside of the bearing. You can see on the inside, perhaps maybe, there's a groove right in there. And this is where our actual ball bearings ride. These are the ball bearings, and they are kept in place by a ring. I don't know what it's called, probably a bearing retainer. It actually looks kind of cool. If I was a hip, cool kid, I'd wear it as a ring on my thumb, but we all know I'm neither. And the bearings, they just snap into place, although these are really loose because I had to apply some persuasion when the bearing was coming apart. That fits in there, so that now these balls ride up on the inside of that groove, and then your inner race also has a groove for those balls to ride in. You can see this is the groove that I cut in it with the Dremel. I didn't cut it all the way through because I knew that if I got it thin enough, I could pop it a couple of times with a cold chisel, and there is something that there's no way you're going to be able to see, but I'm going to show it anyways. Right there, there's a super little tiny hairline crack in there, and so that popped out. That goes in there, and then the other seal goes over on the other side. And now you know everything about bearings that I know, because I learned this over the past 2 days. I sped the drying process up. I took the air hose and blew a bunch of the stuff out of there. Now we've let it dry for a while. This is what I'm using. Lucas Red and Tacky #2. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a fingerful like this, and I'm just going to moosh it down in there. Can I get too much in there? Well, according to some of the forum posts, I can. More's better though, right? Well, wait, that's what killed Elvis. So let's get it packed in there. And now I'm going to push it down, hoping to get it over to the other side. It looks like strawberry filling from a fruit pie. You know, strawberry filling from a fruit pie. You know what I'm talking about. Take our seal. I actually thought this was plastic, and it's not. It's metal. And that actually just press fit back in. So in theory, I have now one repacked bearing. We're going to go ahead and we're going to seat this bearing back onto this shaft. I saw a nifty little trick about a guy talking about how you could use a coffee pot, make a pot of coffee, put your bearing down on there because that's going to heat it up to 200 and something or another degrees. The problem is I don't have a plain Jane ordinary coffee pot, if you can believe that. So we're going to try this because I just had this laying around. I don't know how warm it's going to get. Alright, we're going to give this a shot. I don't think it's reached the temperature yet where it can. There we are. Yep. There she be, kids. Now we're just waiting for bushing. So here's what happened. Well, I'll just show you this first. So we're all lubed up here. This just slides down in there like that. So now you've got your gear reduction going on, or no, not reduction, whatever the other way is. Anyways. So the rest of the case goes on here, and inside of that case is this bearing bushing, and that sits over here, and that supports this other end of the armature, so that while this thing is spinning, this mass is spinning. You can see the shaft spinning here. This part is stationary as such. And what happened was, for some reason, probably related to lack of lubrication and possible ingestion of foreign elements, this stopped spinning. It seized up. And when it seized up, now everything is spinning on the inside of this. And that is where we got the melting going on, the sudden Cajun style smell that goes all throughout the garage. So that's what happened. So now we're just waiting on this to get in. Joy of joys, our bearing bushing came. So now I'm all out of epoxy, so I'm actually going to use the old Soundman trick, and hopefully it will work in this application, and that is clear nail polish. A little dab will do you. Extra points if you actually understand that reference. And so now there we go. I bet I didn't even get any of that in the camera, did I? Probably not. Because you know what? It's been that kind of day. Because my cat ate my Pop-Tart. Which normally isn't a horrible thing, except my cat's diabetic, and I'm hoping he's not going to die. Alright. Bearing bushing's in. We're going to let that dry for just a little bit, and we're going to put this POS thing back together. Just because we're all about having fun, here's the old crispy bearing that doesn't even want to turn anymore. So let's see if we can pull the back of this off and see just how ugly she is. Could I have the right tool? Absolutely not. Okay, are you ready? Oh, here it is. Oh dear. Yep. The bearing retainer appears to have disintegrated. That would be why. So as you can imagine, there was probably some resistance. Alright, let's try this. Oh, baby. Okay, this whole thing here is a giant ass pain, because first of all, that, which makes it no fun. I've taken this blade off because that should make things a bit easier. I'm going to try to go in from the back side here. Hey, there we go, kids. I don't know what kind of evil these are, because it goes into the open end of my 1/2 inch. It won't go into the open end of this very well at all. And the 14 millimeter socket that I do have is this long, so I can't use that. And none of my other 1/2 inch sockets fit it, so I don't know what the, like I said, I don't know what kind of evil it is, but it's the evil. So it's no good to have the fat sausage fingers. Alright, well, I'm almost afeared what kind of sound this is going to make. Holy crap, I think it's fixed. I may have to call him Lazarus Jr. Well, that'll do, pig. So I'm in at $4.45 for a bearing bushing, plus I think it was $6.95 for shipping, so that's 12 bucks. I'm into it. I mean, actually, if you, I only had to use one bearing, so that's $1.20, and that was free shipping. So, I mean, really, my total outlay for this is less than 10 bucks. And we're back up and running until it breaks again, and then maybe we'll fix it again. So, all right. So from me here at RATTLECAN Guitar Restorations and our new friend Lazarus Jr. Y'all have a good one. Hey, if you've enjoyed this episode of RATTLECAN Guitar Restorations, you might want to check out the videos below. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to us over on the YouTubes. You can friend us over on the Facebook. You can follow us on the Instagram as well as the Twitter. See you next time. Thanks for watching a train wreck. Cheers.